Hi guys, and here's my attempt to move into the world of presenting to show you how to use the swimming pool. So we're going to go through everything, filling, cleaning, all the pumps and everything. So follow me, let's get started. Right, come over here. Hi, the first thing we're going to do is fill the pool. So here's the hose, so we're going to pop the hose in, ready to go. And now follow me, as we're going to go out of the pool and round the side behind the rhododendron and back behind where the tap is. So follow me and I'll show you where it is. Hi guys, so here's the main water tap. So if we turn that on, that will now bring water to the system, both the bathroom and the pool. So now back to the pool. Right, now we turn the main water on, we can now turn the hose on, and that will now start filling the swimming pool. Right, now the pool's actually starting to fill. Obviously it can take quite a time to fill because there's a lot of water going in there. Once it's filled past the outlets, we need to start turning on the pumps and putting in the chlorine and all the chemicals. A list of chemicals I've left in the kitchen, so it'll tell you what those chemicals are and where you can get them from. Either there's a local store at Cadnam, or you can actually get them from eBay and actually get a better price. So what I'm going to do now is show you the pump system and where that is, and it's actually back round where the taps are. So follow me. Hi, so here we are under the swimming pool deck where we have the heater and we have the pump. Now, don't need to touch the heater, it's set at 30 degrees and it gives a nice temperature for the pool. But we do have to do the pump. Now, first of all, you would turn the valves off up top deck, which we'll show you in a moment, to stop the water flow. And then to change the filter, we literally undo the top here. You might get a bit of bubbling water come out. And then we undo the sleeve here. And then literally prise that open there. And there's no filter in at the moment. The filters are also on my list of things you can get. Literally, you just drop the filter in, push that back on there, put the sleeve back on, do it pretty tight, and then put the top bung back in there. So that's a filter change. The old filters just throw away, and it says on the packet how long they normally last. You can check the filter, and when they've gone all brown and green, you know that it's been stopping all the nasties and is ready to change. You can cartridge them off and reuse them, but I suggest a clean one every time. Right, what I'll do now, I will take you back up top to show you the valves and how you turn it all back on. Follow me. So back up at the pool, we've actually got two. We've got an inlet which comes back from the pump and an outlet that takes the water to the pump. Both of these have handles on to turn on and off the water flow. So obviously when we're changing our filter, we need to push them down and screw them in to turn off the water flow. And when we've done it and we want to start the pump again, we then bring them back up again. Right, so now we've been filling the pool, we've changed the filter, we're actually ready. As soon as that water gets above the second inlet, we're ready to turn the pump on. So we're undoing both the handles to let the water flow, and then we can turn the pump on. Now, we have a little box here, which is a power switch, and literally you press it to the on position and the pump will start going. Now, if for any reason the pump doesn't start pumping water, but you can hear it going, then what you need to do is turn it off and then go back down and release that top valve that I showed you earlier to get any air that may have been trapped in there. Once that's out, the pump will start again and the water will start circulating. At this point, you can put your chemicals in. And then you ought to leave it a good day for the chemicals to sort out, and then you can test it for the chlorine levels, which I'll come on to in a minute. So now the pool is full, the chemicals are in and the pump's pumping, we're nearly ready to have a dip. There might be some bits in it, obviously that happens with all swimming pools. So we've got two here. We've got a surface skimmer, ideal for just scooping around the surface of the pool to get all the bits off the surface, and also another one to get any bits that may have been trapped on the bottom of the pool, like leaves or any bits and pieces. So that's a general clean, to keep it as clean as you can. So now the pool's clean, we need to test the levels. So also in the information I've left is the testing kit. You just pull one testing strip out, you'll dip it in the pool, and then you'll match it to the bottle, and the instructions are on there of where the level should be. there's various levels that it needs to be right to make sure it is safe, and you'll be able to do that from the bottle. So once that's clear and all the levels are fine, you're actually ready to go in. Now it could be a bit cold, so we have got the heater. So let me show you where the heater switch is, and that can come on as soon as you literally fill the pool past that top outlet, and the pumps are on. You can then turn the heater on to start heating the water. So let me show you where the switch is. Oh yeah, let's heat the pool. So here's the switch. We just turn it from the off position to the on position, and that just heats the water, which is pumped through the heater, through the coil, and it will actually heat it, and then gradually bring up the temperature and then maintain the temperature. Obviously you can keep that going while you're heating. Now when you actually use the pool, it's best to turn the heater off first and then turn the pump off. So don't have the pump going when people are swimming, because there are various outlets that I'll go through in a moment that you can use that need to be removed for a good safe swim. The heater does have a directional sensor on it, so if you did actually turn the pump off first and the water stopped, the heater would actually come off as well. But just as a rule of thumb, always turn the heater off before you turn the pump off, and always turn the pump on before you turn the heater on. So now I will show you some of the fixtures to the pool for the cleaning and so forth. Okay, so once the pool is now filled, pumps are going, heater's on, chemicals are in, we're getting it to the right level. Now to maintain that level, we can use this little device, which we put the tablets in, and we adjust the setting there to how much water gets into how much these tablets dissolve. Now, they're little round tablets. Now I actually have some left here, so I'll leave them for you. So you literally take a tablet out, take it out of its wrapper, put it in, and I probably put 3 in at a time, and then put the lid back on, and literally just place that in the pool. So I'll set it with normally 1 showing. That seemed to work very well for us, and just put it in the pool and leave it floating there, and that will gradually release the chlorine chemicals to keep the pool at a good chlorine level. When you do swim in it, take this out, just close it and put it on the side or up out of the way of the children. And here's some the aqua check or the chlorine level checking strips. So literally you take a strip out, you'd hold that in the pool water, it says how long, normally about 5 seconds, and then you bring it out, and then literally you will match it to the information there. So you've got all the different colours down to check that it's in the OK region. So that's how you actually check the levels. Right, I'm going to show you how to use the surface skimmer, which is handy when you're not using the pool and you just want to keep the debris that's falling onto the top of the pool water to get it out of the pool. So what we do, we change these two. Now these are the normal when you're swimming outlet covers. There's no little fingers can get sucked in with these. And what we then do is put this other one on. So once that's on, what we can now do is get our carriage unit, and that will plug on there, and that will come in here, and then we put that in. Now basically we adjust this to be basically just bouncing on the surface of the water, so just up from the cradle. Basically the water will be sucked through there and all the bits will get captured in there, and then to clean literally you can pull that out and then get rid of the debris and then pop it back in. So that will keep most of the things out of the surface of the water. Not everything, but it does help. Right, now for the therapeutic have a beer on the bar cleaning of the bottom of the pool. On occasions obviously the bits will get to the bottom and the nets will do a certain job, but you want to make it really clean. So we use this, which is going to be a pool cleaner. We use the pole off of the one of the nets, and we put this in the water. So that will go in the water. And then we need to change the end here. And put this one on. you have to line it up to get it on. Make sure it doesn't cross thread. So once that's on, the best thing to do is turn the water off before we do this. Just turn the pump off. And then we want to attach this. I'm just going to go and get the other bit, which comes off of the other cradle. So now we've got the bit from the other cradle, we need to put this in. So basically that goes up in there, and you need this bit to be below the level of the water, and this bit on there. So once you've done that, you then need to get the air out of the thing and plug that in there. So let me show you. The next thing to do is we turn the pump on from the switch, and then to get the air out, throw that onto the surface of the water. It will float on the surface. And then what we do is we put that into the outflow. So the water will be flowing out. We just put that on there, and what that will do is blow the air out through the bottom of the brush down there. And then once it's clear and the bubbles have stopped coming up from the end, we then keep that under the water, and then we move it across. Keeping it under the water all the way, and then we'd actually pop it on the top of there. And when this is positioned, it adjusts to make sure this is at least a good couple of inches below the level of the water, so we can't get any air in. So we hold that, push that on there, and then basically the water will now be sucked up through the brush. And then you can start just slowly moving it across the pool, and it will pick up all these bits and will go into the bag. What you'll then do is obviously the bag will get full. Normally you can do a whole pool, but if you have to change the bag, turn the pumps off, and then put that whole thing out, and then change the bag and go through the procedure I've just shown you. Yeah, it's quite therapeutic, and to see a nice clean pool is great. So that's something you do on a weekly basis maybe. Whenever it's dirty you think, I want to clean it, go through that process. When you've done a day swimming and you're ready to close the pool up and you've had the heater on, you want to try and retain the heat. So you can use this solar cover. So the bobbled surface goes to the water and the flat surface goes up. It's a round one, it fits exactly in the pool. Just lay that on the surface of the pool and it will keep as much heat in as possible. Actually, if you leave the heater running overnight with that on, you'll find you've got a nice warm pool in the morning.